Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be doing an updated 2018 How Much Does My Body Cost Piercing Edition. Now, if you guys have never seen a video like this on YouTube, I started it like many years ago, basically adding up how much my face and body cost with all of my piercings. So the last one I did was in 2016, so I figured we could do an updated one in 2018 because a few of my piercings have changed, and I'm very curious to see how the total of everything has changed since my last video of this. So back in 2016, I had a total of 18 piercings and my total was $309.50. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through my ears, face, body, wherever I have piercings, and we're going to add up the total of them, and we're just going to see how much my body costs. So I have a pretty good idea of how much everything costs, like as far as my piercings go, so we're going to remember to the best of my ability. I went back on my 2016 video and made sure I got some of the prices right, so yeah, we are going to go ahead and jump right into this video. But before we start, I want you guys to kind of take a guess right now. Do you think my body costs more in 2018 than it did in 2016, or do you think it costs less? So give me your guess right now, but let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and start on my ears. So obviously this ear and this ear, and we're going to go through and add up how much everything costs. I'm just going to put my hair up in a clip because that way everything will be like kind of up and out of the way and I don't have to worry about it like falling and all that stuff. So let me just clip all this shit right up here. Alright, so now let's go ahead and begin. So we're going to go ahead and start with my lobe piercings. So I do have my first, second, and thirds. I do have them on both of my ears. These were done when I was very young, from the ages of like 2 months old up until I was 12 years old. I got them done at Claire's with a piercing gun, which a piercing gun is never okay to use. I obviously didn't know back then, but especially nowadays, never get a piercing done with a piercing gun. It won't ever end well. Trust me, just don't do it. So all of my lobe piercings, so for my first, second, and thirds, those were $30 each. Moving on to this ear, I have my 8th piercing, which is just this inner ear piercing right here. I got this done, I want to say maybe 2015, I'm pretty sure when I got this done. This was $46.50. I literally remember it down to the cents. Then I also have 2 helix piercings up here. This very first one that you are seeing was $15, and then the second one that you are seeing was $10. Back in the day when I really started to load my face up with piercings, I went to a shop that did $10 piercings, so I was able to get quite a few piercings for very cheap. I've never had any issues with them. I know a lot of people say the cheaper the piercing, the shittier it is. I've never had an issue. They were just cheaper piercings. So 15 for this first one and 10 for this second one. Moving on to this ear over here. This ear is a lot more full than my other one, which kind of bugs me. I really want to get some more in this ear to kind of like even it out, but in this one I have my tragus piercing, and this one was $10. If you guys do or do not remember, I used to have it in this ear, but it sadly rejected, so I have it over here. My rook piercing that you are seeing on the inside here, this was about $20-ish, I'm pretty sure, because they were having like a flash day where it was like something, they had like a sale on tattoos, and then it was like $10 off piercings or something like that. So I'm pretty sure my rook was like around $20-ish. Then my newest addition to my ear is my conch piercing right here, is where I have this big black hoop. And this was done for about $30-ish. I've had this done for almost a year. This August will be a year since I've had this piercing. It's healing really well. I've had absolutely no issues with it. I absolutely love it, and I love the way the hoop looks in there. And then I also have 2 forward helix piercings. I have this first one down here, and then I have one right above it. I really want to get a third one, but I honestly don't think I have enough room, especially with like my rook piercing in the way. I don't think I could fit a third one there, so I only have 2 for now. My very first helix, forward helix right here, this was done for about $12, and then the one right on top of it again was about $20-ish, because it was again when they were having like the $10 off piercings kind of thing. So that is everything for my ears. Moving on down to the rest of my face. The main facial piercings that I have are just like nose piercings. I have 2 nostril piercings over here. So my very first nose piercing that I ever got was done right here, and that was done back in May of 2012, I believe. And that was $20 to get done. And then I got the second one done maybe a year, 2 years after I got my first one, and this one was $10. And I love the way the double nostril piercing looks, especially with the hoops. I just think it looks really, really flattering. I also have my septum piercing. This one is also kind of fairly new because I did recently get this one re-pierced. This one I want to say was maybe around $30-ish with jewelry and everything included. The next piercing that I have on my face is my tongue piercing, and that one was done for $10. I know that is such a scary price for such a scary piercing, but I promise my tongue piercing has been great. I've never had an issue with it. I've had it for like 5-ish, 6 years now, and I absolutely love it. But that one was also $10. Moving down to the rest of my body, I have a nipple piercing, which I'm not going to show you guys. This one was around $36, and I got that back in, I think it was 2015, I'm pretty sure is when I got that done. So that was $36, and then the very last piercing that I have is my belly button, or navel piercing. And that was one of my very first piercings ever that I ever got besides my lobe piercings, and that was $20. Okay guys, so that was all of my piercings and all of the totals added up. So in total I have 20 piercings. So we're just going to add everything up on my phone here. So first I'm going to add my lobe piercings, which were $30 each, plus my conch, which was around $30, tragus, which was $10, plus my daith, which was $46.50. My rook around $20, my helix piercings, one was $15, one was $10, my forward helix, one was $12, one was $20, my belly button was $20, my nipple was $36, my tongue was $10, one of my nose piercings was $20, the other one was $10, and my septum was around $30. So are you guys ready? Remember, back in 2016 it was $309.50. And my updated how much does my body cost for 2018 is a grand total of $379.50. That's very interesting. So that is my updated how much does my body cost 2018. Let me know what you guys thought. Did you think it was going to be less? Did you think it was going to be more? And also let me know down in the comments what your total is for how much your body costs with all of your piercings. I would love to know. Also let me know what your most expensive piercing was. I would also love to know that as well. But I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to go down and subscribe. But as always, I will see you guys very soon in my next video. I love you guys. Bye!